I'm assuming we're recording. We are recording. Okay. I think you'd have it all in one place. All right, we are good to go. So let's share it here. Is it okay if we just take a deep breath for a sec? I need this. All right, if you can, just go ahead and close your eyes and let's bring ourselves into a centered place. This Leo energy has a lot of energy and fire. And let's just take a deep breath in, breathing in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And another deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And one more deep breath all the way down to the belly. And exhale, release. And I'm feeling this need to call in your guides and your ancestors formally to support and assist you at this time, that they are encircling you with their unconditional love, light, and energy. So this is a time of sacred union. This is an opportunity to release. This is a time of letting go of your humanness and tapping into your divinity, of allowing your higher self to guide and support you, to provide the information necessary, that your heart is open. I literally can feel hearts opening as a result of this. So I just want to thank you all for being here and participating. Even though we're all over the world, we're connecting and unifying as one. With this opportunity and with your ancestors and guides supporting you, I just feel this huge circle of unconditional love that's taking place. So thank you. I'm very grateful for you being here tonight. All right, let's talk about the Leo new moon. And I've heard from several of you over the past couple of days that you're feeling the specialness of this new moon. And it really is. This new moon is giving us an opportunity for liberation. It's helping us break free of the chains that are holding us back, whether that's our personal belief system, whether it's other people in our life, jobs, whatever it is, that we're literally feeling this opportunity of letting go so that we can really step into who we are supposed to be and why we're here. So let's talk a little bit about this energy and how it's going to be supporting you. Maybe if my screen will work. Oh, it did work. All right, so Leo is a fire sign, and the fire signs are all about taking action. So if you're feeling very motivated and inspired, you just want to make sure that you're not burning the candle at both ends, because that's what fire signs can do, is you're so excited and so inspired to do everything that you burn yourself out, and that's the last thing that we want. So the new moon is actually taking place tonight at 11:11 p.m. Eastern time. So we will be wrapping this call up before that, but I just wanted you to be aware that if you can take time after the call, after we've gone through our meditation, journal a little bit, think about what your intentions are, maybe even reflecting back to a year ago and where you were. We had some big transitions taking place over the past couple of years because we had eclipses taking place with Leo and Aquarius. So Leo helps us to really tap in and tune into our personal power. It supports the solar plexus, and that is our personal power center. So we want to identify any places where we're not claiming our power, maybe where we're giving our power away, so that we can pull ourselves, I have a cat jumping up behind me, as we pull ourselves into a centered place so that we can live heart-centered. And that's what Leo inspires us to do, is to be in a heart-centered place. It helps us on drawing from our inner strength, because true power comes from within. It doesn't come from money. It doesn't come from taking power from other people. It comes from connecting with your higher self so that you're allowing power, you're allowing energy to flow through you, not from you. This supports you in enhancing your inner vitality. So even just focusing your breath on the solar plexus. So the solar plexus relates to how we process life. That includes how we're digesting food, and our digestive system is one of those things that ends up being often sluggish as a result of us going through transitions or having difficulty in processing maybe changes that we're going through or people that we're encountering. And this really helps you tune into that so that you can get things moving, right? So if you're breathing through the solar plexus, if you're bringing yourself into that heart-centered place, it's going to support you ultimately in boosting your inner vitality and your vibe. This new moon is highly creative. So if you're flooded with new ideas and inspiration, take time to write about it, journal, just jot down ideas, throw stuff up on pictures up on your vision board, whatever helps you to tune into what is inspiring you. And that's a lot about this new moon. This is about liberation. This is helping us attune with ancient wisdom from the cosmos. And as we project our energy out into the cosmos and pull that energy back into us, the way that we physically manifest that is to anchor it through the solar plexus and into our feet. So this is an opportunity to really tune in to what's coming to you. What inspiration are you receiving? What new ideas? What new directions are you moving in? So that you're actually following that divine guidance. Now, Leo is represented by the lion. So the lion gives us the courage. It's, see me, I'm here to roar. I'm here, I'm the king of the jungle. So it doesn't worry about lesser beings, right? It doesn't worry about, oh, well, there's a snake in the grass, right? It's going to be that prideful lion. So where are you cowering and hiding? And how can you pull yourself out of that and be that lioness, be stealth, be regal, be in your power? This is helping you connect with your heart's desires and learn how to be more magnetic. Our heart is the most magnetic organ in our body. And the more you focus on projecting that heart-loving energy out into the world, the more you're going to get it back. So stay in that heart-centered place. Make sure you're having fun. Be joyful. Find things that light you up. And that's what this new moon is all about. It's about self-love, loving yourself more, figuring out what inspires you, who inspires you, what lights you up, and anchoring that all into your solar plexus. This new moon is about taking inspired action. So inspired action is that inspiration that's coming from your higher self and following that divine guidance. And we're going to talk specifically how that is influenced by the sun and moon. These are both obviously in Leo. With any new moon, they're in the same astrological sign. Now, these are getting flanked on either side with Venus and Mars. So Venus is the divine feminine. This is about love, self-love, loving beauty. This is about money, and not the love of money, but it's valuing yourself so that you're getting compensated for what you deserve. Mars is the warrior. It's action-oriented. It's getting you out there. It's that divine masculine side. So as you're planting seeds with this new moon, it's recognizing that we are both masculine and feminine, that it's important for us to learn to balance that this is liberating you from past programming and helping you tune in to what that divine and feminine and masculine means to you. So let's look at a chart. I actually pulled my chart today. I know I usually pull somebody else's, but I wanted to show you. So Leo is this little, we were talking about this before we got on. It reminds me of the little hair that you would dry on a stick figure when you were 3 years old, right? So Leo is represented by this. We have the sun and moon right here. Venus is the circle with the little square or the little stick figure underneath it, and then Mars is the circle with the arrow going off to the side. So the sun and moon are getting flanked by divine masculine and feminine. So this is really helping you tune into that and understanding what that means for you. Now, for me, this is kind of a special time because this is taking place in what's called the ascendant. So with the ascendant, this is finishing up the 12th house. It's helping me identify where my spiritual evolution has taken place for the last year. This new moon for me is really about new beginnings because as it moves into the first house, this one right here, this is starting an entire new cycle of first house is who am I? What am I doing in this world? Another element that we have working with this that's creating this very personal new moon is we have Chiron, the wounded warrior, who is in Aries. Aries is typically the first house. So again, that warrior energy determining who am I, how have I grown and evolved, and where do I want to take my life to? How do I want to express myself? Those types of questions and understanding the healing that's taking place on that emotional level with Chiron in Aries is going to support us in understanding ourselves better and really reclaiming our personal power. So we also, at a 90-degree angle to this new moon, we have our good friend Uranus in Taurus. Uranus is shaking and baking things up on a physical level. Taurus is very physical energy. It's the earth energy. So not only is it creating huge revolutions and evolutions within us, but it is also creating revolutions in the earth. So if there are big shakeups that are taking place with weather patterns, with earthquakes, I know we've been having a lot of earthquakes here in California. You know, this is Uranus. It's shaking our lives up. It's helping us see new perspectives. We sometimes get so tunnel focused and in our little world and in our little ruts that we don't veer out of our lane. And Taurus, not only Taurus, but Uranus is saying, hey, it's a great lane you're in, but you know what? This lane's going to be a little bit better. It's going to get you closer towards what you're looking for and ultimately in what you're manifesting. So be very aware of the signs that are taking place around you. Sometimes we just, again, get so focused that we forget to look outside of our box and say, hey, it might, you know, if I look this direction and there's a new perspective that kind of catches my eye, I may want to follow that and see what comes up. So just notice what's taking place with this new moon. Again, very personal. It's about up-leveling. Leo is about, it's the actors and the actresses in the world. It's about having more fun, living heart-centered, those types of things. So again, following your passions and really what lights you up is going to support you. So once you pull your chart, these little circles in the center, the little numbers, I should say, are the houses, and this outer ring is where the planets are today. These inner planets are where they were when you were born. So it really helps you in personalizing each new moon by pulling your astrology chart with transits so that you can see which house this is falling in for you. As I mentioned at the first of the call, Mercury goes direct today. It'll probably take a couple days to a week to kind of get things back into order. You know, a lot of people freak out when Mercury goes retrograde. It is an opportunity. Anytime a planet is retrograde, it's an opportunity to slow down, to reevaluate, to, you know, redevelop who you are, to see what's coming up, determine different directions, those types of things. So it really is an opportunity for cleansing and purifying so that you're not, again, following that same track and being able to step off of it. So with this new moon, you want to set great goals that are smart. They're specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. You want to have fun with this. You want to be joyful. You want to be courageous and follow your heart. And again, tuning into where this is falling in your specific chart will help you in setting those goals and intentions. Essential oils for this new moon, some really powerful ones. I love doTERRA's Align Blend. It's actually one of my oils of the year. This helps me align with my higher purpose and passion so that I follow my dreams. Another one I wanted to mention was Rose. Rose is the highest vibrating essential oil. It helps us connect with our heart energy. It inspires unconditional love, both giving and receiving. Another oil that I apply over my heart every day and just say the mantra, I'm open to giving and receiving unconditional love. And then all of the citrus oils are going to be very uplifting, encouraging, inspire creativity, and help us to expand in all directions. Physically, those types of oils, all the citrus oils stimulate serotonin. So it's that feel-good neurotransmitter. So you feel more abundant, inspired, creative, those types of things. And I will talk more about these specific essential oils in our Good Vibe oil call right after this call. But I do want to mention one specific essential oil. It's called Blue Tansy. Vogue magazine wrote about this oil not too long ago, saying that it is the next go-to oil for your skincare. It has amazing benefits for the skin, but the reason that I want to use it is an emotional benefit. It encourages inspired action. So if you have big goals and dreams, this is going to be a great essential oil to be using to get you into that mode where you're consistently following that inspired action. I'm actually going to do a Blue Tansy challenge where we use Blue Tansy every single day. Starting August 8th, we're going to do it for 30 days. You apply it to your big toe because Blue Tansy really is blue. It's very indigo. And the color does go away, but when I first put it with my moisturizer, my skin kind of had a blue tinge to it, so I did it at night. But this oil has some amazing benefits. It helps you stay more focused. It supports brain health. It helps you to follow what's ever coming in as far as that intuitive knowledge. I only use this in the morning. If I use this at night, my brain is running all night long. Even if I do meditation before bed, I have found that I cannot use this at night. So keep that in mind. If you're interested in doing the challenge, I'm going to be doing that in my Facebook group called Good Vibe Oil Tribe. You can join that. If you're interested in getting the oil, please reach out to me. And I've got some great essential oil specials for August. All right, other great tools to help you stay on track. I'm going to be on the road this fall. From August through November, I'm going to be traveling. Some of the places on my travel schedule so far are Lake Tahoe, Reno, Salt Lake City, Las Vegas, Boulder, Phoenix, Palm Springs. If you're interested in participating in a class or hosting a class, which I give great hostess gifts, I'll be talking about how to raise your vibe using essential oils, especially for your overall health and wellness. So we have so many huge transitions that are taking place between now and January of 2020 that I want you to have the tools in place so that you can manage some of the energy. I'm not going to say craziness. Okay, I just said it. But there's going to be a lot of transitions taking place as astrologically we have Pluto and Saturn that are going to be conjunct in January. So we want to be prepared, right? Like there's enough chaos and craziness taking place around us that we don't need to buy into the fear, that there are ways that we can raise our vibe. And being on this road trip, some of it I am driving, but I will be flying to several of these as well. But if you are interested in hosting a class or participating, please reach out. One other upcoming event that I'm so excited for is our Good Vibes Retreat. This is going to be in Pismo Beach, California, October 3rd through 5th. It's about creating flow and abundance, raising your vibe, magnetizing your heart, becoming that magnet, developing your divine blueprint. You're going to walk out of this class with information, not only for the next 90 days, but for the next year to help you stay on track. You're going to be more attuned with your heart's desires and your soul's purpose. You're going to have tools for activation. We're going to go to the mineral hot springs locally and also do a beach fire ceremony for release. So it's going to be very, very powerful. I'm only accepting 16 applications for this, and those are going to be available starting tomorrow at newmoonmanifesting.com/good-vibes-retreat. So if you're interested in participating in that, that will be October 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Oh, and I do have some ways that you can get discounts on the Good Vibe Retreat. If you're interested in that, reach out to me and we can discuss that. So let's stop sharing and open up the lines for questions. Oh, look at everybody. All right, let me unmute. If you do have background noise, you mute yourself. I know I ran through a lot of stuff really fast. Questions that you have? There we are. I can hear background noise. Who is it? All right. I know I ran through a lot of stuff. Are anybody excited about this new moon? Anybody already feeling this energy, this sort of amped up energy taking place? All right, I've got a chat. Let's see what's going on. Yes, yes. Miss Lee says, yes, she's very excited. Anyone else feeling this energy so far?
Hi, Janice, Kathleen.
Energized.
Yes, Annie?
I suddenly feel energized this afternoon.
Good. Are you still in the heat wave mode?
Well, we had a rain that cooled everything down.
Oh, perfect.
So grateful for that.
Awesome. Well, good. I'm glad you're excited for it. I'm looking forward to it.
It's almost sounding a little scary what you're saying is going to be going on through the rest of the year, all the changes.
And that's why the more tools we have in our toolbox to manage those moments, the easier it's going to be for us to navigate it. So it's really easy to get caught up in, the stuff that's taking place and the fears that other people have. And especially people that usually join my call, they're very empathic and really tune into what other people are feeling. And it's important to realize, are these my feelings and emotions, or are they other people that I'm just picking up on? Because most of the people around us are going to be in that fear mode as we're going through these transitions. So the more we can pull ourselves with our tools back into that centered place, the easier it's going to be to navigate. Anyone else? All right, well, let's go into a meditation. Let me mute everybody again. All right, let's get into a comfortable place. You can either be sitting up or lying down. Just make sure your neck and back are aligned. And let's begin with some deep breathing, breathing in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And breathe in deeply all the way down to your belly. And as you exhale, release any tension you're holding in your neck, your shoulders, allowing the space between your ears and your shoulders to expand, allowing your chest to open up, your shoulders to fall back, And feel yourself breathing through your heart. Energy is coming in through your heart. And as you exhale, release anything that no longer serves you, any grief, any sadness, any should haves, would haves, all part of that grief cycle. Just realize in this moment, everything that's taken place has brought you to this time and space. You're exactly where you need to be. And just allow yourself to breathe rhythmically, breathing all the way down to the belly, releasing tension that you're holding in your hips, your lower back, allowing your arms to be heavy, relaxed. And bring your awareness back to the solar plexus. You may want to put a hand or both hands over it. Just imagine yourself breathing through the solar plexus, pulling in new light, new energy, true power from your higher self. And breathing out anywhere you've given your power away. Any feelings where you didn't speak up or speak your truth. Or maybe you didn't set healthy boundaries or maintain them. This is an opportunity to bring that lion energy, that lioness energy into the solar plexus. And feel yourself breathing in that lioness energy. See her braveness, her courage, her strength. She has nothing to fear. She's fearless. And with each breath you take, you feel the solar plexus begin to expand. That the energy is spinning in a healthy way within the chakra balance, bringing in the right resources, the information, the tools that you need to achieve your goals and desires. And let's call in the sun energy. Imagine that the sunlight's coming down through the crown of your head, into the head, through the throat, into the heart, and it's coming into the solar plexus. And the sun's light and energy is radiating and dancing within the solar plexus. That the fire is here to purify and release anything that's not aligned with universal truth. It's burning away any misperceptions, false beliefs. It's helping you see the truth of who you are and seeing the people that are here to support, validate, and guide you in your path, as well as seeing the people who are not for your highest good. That through new eyes with your intuition, you're able to balance the energies between the divine masculine and feminine, and take a deep breath in. And exhale, release. And just feel into your physical body. That you're able to hold balance. That anytime you get tipped off in one direction or another, that it's easy for you to come back to a space of equilibrium. And feel yourself drawing from your higher self the power that you need. It's boosting your confidence, cleansing your value system, helping you understand and see what's most important to you. And most importantly, helping you stay aligned with that so that you follow your true north. And take a deep breath in. And exhale, release. And feel yourself attracting the right opportunities, people, situations. And just imagine yourself planting new seeds. Seeds that support the goals and intentions that you're setting with this new moon. See yourself planting those within the solar plexus. This beautiful sunlight is warming the soil and the seedlings, providing the nutrients that they need to grow. And you feel your inner strength begin to grow as the roots begin to set in. But the energy in the solar plexus is expanding to support your hopes, your dreams, your desires. And take a deep breath in. And exhale, release. As you're sitting in this space, feel the support and the love that you're receiving from your guides, your ancestors, that they're here to cheer you on. They're supporting you. And it's important to call upon them. Ask them for guidance, direction, whatever it is that you need. That these invisible resources are powerfully connected and synchronistically create opportunities for you, and take a deep breath in. And exhale, release. And as you're sitting in this energy field, imagine you're projecting your goal, your intentions from your heart, just like a lighthouse beaming out there, projecting that energy out into the world. And with the law of reciprocity, as the energy goes out, energy comes back supporting you. validating, honoring your goals and desires. And see yourself receiving, that your arms are literally overflowing with the abundance of support, the information, the resources, the connections, the people, whatever it is that you need, that you're overflowing with this abundance. And allow yourself to receive all the help that you need. And take a deep breath in. And exhale, release. Just holding this connection. Notice anywhere in your body where you're feeling any heaviness or denseness, any doubts, disbelief. Just use the light within your body or your breath. Maybe you need your heart to be enlightened. Maybe your throat needs to be lit up. Just feel yourself breathing through that place in your body. Maybe you're over processing things and you need your brain to calm down. Just feel yourself breathing through your head, using the breath to clear away the humanness, the ego, allowing that intuitive inner compass to guide and direct you. That you're learning to listen to the messages your body is giving you. You're learning to disconnect from the outer world and tune in to the inner one. Sometimes it's as simple as taking a few breaths, maybe tuning in and feeling your heartbeat. Just something that helps you simplify, letting go of chaos, stress, worry. And imagine that the seedlings that you're planting today with this new moon, that the roots are beginning to extend down through your legs and into the earth, helping you feel anchored, connected with Mother Earth, and feel the great love that she has for you. She's here supporting you, physical form, supporting your life, supporting your ability to grow and evolve. And just feel the tremendous love that she has for you at this moment. Just soak it up. This energy is radiating through your body, raising your vibration, lifting you to that higher place where you attract more of the goodness that you want, desire, that supports you. It's literally pulsating through your body, expanding into every cell, moving beyond your physical body and into your astral body, strengthening, expanding your aura, allowing you to set and hold healthier boundaries, aligning you with your purpose, connecting with your higher self. And just hold this connection. As we've gone through this activity, you may have new information, maybe visualizations, ideas, inspiration that have come in. As you bring yourself out of it, it's smart to write them down right away, sort of like a dream we forget very quickly. Bring awareness back into your heart. Begin wiggling fingers and toes, bringing awareness into the physical body. Express gratitude to your guides and your ancestors for supporting you, for your creator and higher self, for this ongoing connection and support. And most importantly, express gratitude to yourself for taking this time, honoring your divinity, slowing down, connecting with your heart. And when you feel your processing is complete, take a deep breath in and go ahead and open your eyes. All right, I've unmuted you. Anyone have anything interesting take place during meditation? Anyone still awake?
I am awake.
Are you awake, Annie?
I'm awake. I almost wasn't a couple times.
I know, it's hard when you're on the East Coast. It's like, oh, perfect. Let me just fall asleep. By all means, if you want to pop off so that you can stay in this state, please do so.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of a magical place to be, especially before you go to sleep. So I totally understand. And it's not always easy to talk after coming out of a deep meditation.
Gotta catch it on the replay.
Exactly. Any questions or comments before we wrap up then?
Great experience. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for participating. It's always a pleasure to have you here. All right, well, we will wrap up for this new moon. If you want to stay on, I'm going to talk about essential oils and how they're going to support us.
I do want to make a comment about the chakra systems that you have. What are you calling it? The course you developed.
Oh, the chakra balancing course. Yes, yes, yes.
Terrific. It's really a beautiful piece.
Oh,
So
thank you.
I just want to let everybody know.
Yeah, it's definitely a labor of love, and I've almost completed the essential oil piece. So each of the chakras I talk about, there's basically 2 chakra balancing courses. One of them is the complete course, which has 3 videos with each of the chakras, 7 major chakras. So it talks about the main chakra, what it does. Then there's a second video that talks about tools to help support, balance, activate. And then the third one is what I call the top 10 essential oils. I tried to limit it to 10 essential oils and blends for each one of the chakras. It's not always easy. So there's oils that will support, each one of the chakras. And then the second course is just essential oils for the chakras. So those are 2 great programs that are available on Good Vibe or goodvibeenergy.com is that website. So check it out if you hadn't had an opportunity to look at that. I've got some other great courses that will be coming up this fall, but yeah, those are available right now. So thank you, Annie. I appreciate those positive comments about it. I'm glad you're enjoying that. Any other questions or comments before we wrap up? Rachel's still awake, so that's a good sign.
That's why I came on to let you know I was awake.
I know last time I was like, I could see her on the couch. She's not moving. She's asleep.
The meditation was very effective for me, and thank you so much.
Good. Good to hear. Yeah, more than anything, trying to see. Playback. Thank you. More than anything, have fun with this energy and be playful and childlike and see what kind of expands. The more we play and kind of get into that mode, sometimes the easier it is to kind of shake off the responsibilities and the dullness we can get into when we're in patterns and responsibility. So really have fun with this energy and be lighthearted and see what comes out of it. All right, well, if you want to stay for the essential oils, go ahead, stay on. If not, go ahead and pop off. And again, thanks for joining us and have a fabulous Leo new moon. Realize I didn't have my light on.
I like your cut, Jenna.
My haircut when Jason was FaceTiming with me, and he literally told her, he's like, I want you to shave the sides and then sculpt it up. And so she literally took the shears while he was on FaceTime and went, and I was like, okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. Yeah. All right. Let's share screen 2. Share. All right, let's get out of this one and get into this one. All right, so Leo energy, Leo essential, Leo new moon essential oils. Here we go. Let's get into present mode. And there we have it. All right, so my daughter posted this quote the other day. She's a health and wellness coach, and so I stole this from her because I thought it was really appropriate that most parents would say they would die for their kids, but less than 30% of the people out there will actually live a healthy lifestyle for them. So my question to you is, what are you doing to manage your health and wellness? Because if we don't, we pay for it later. So sometimes I hear from people, especially with essential oils or maybe buying high quality food or, trying to eat healthy or exercise or whatever it is, oh, that's too expensive. But the cost of being sick is much more expensive than the cost of taking care of ourselves. So that's one of the reasons that I love essential oils is they naturally work with our body because they are the essence of the plants, which are natural, right? And if they're natural, they're going to be good for us because it's not synthetic, it's not something that's processed. But again, Mother Nature has given us tremendous tools to work with. So essential oils basically protect the plant from, harmful bacteria, from predators, from parasites, from whatever, and it helps the plant stay healthy. So those also work with us in supporting us and being healthier. So I want you to think about your top health goal. And if you have more than one, that's great. 1 to 3 is usually what I ask people. What are your top 3 health goals that you want to achieve? And I love the Leo energy because it helps us to be more physical and in our body, and thinking about what are the things that get in your way. What are the 1 or 2 things that get in your way of actually achieving that goal? And sometimes we just get in our own way, right? So it's like, okay, how do I get out of my own way? Or maybe we just don't know what we need to do to be healthy. I was a health and fitness coach for over 13 years, and I would see it all the time where people were gung-ho, excited in achieving whatever their health and wellness goals were, and then they would fall off for whatever reason. Life got in their way. But what I want to do is create systems that help people in being healthy in an ongoing fashion. So if you're interested in learning about your health and achieving your top goals with your health and wellness, then please contact me for a free wellness consult. And we can discuss what your goals are and what's going to support you most. So let's talk about this Leo energy. Since it's about living heart-centered, it's about having more fun, I had to bring ylang ylang in. So ylang ylang is a flower. It reminds me a lot of jasmine. Emotionally, it encourages us to be playful and to have more fun, and it's really good for blood pressure issues, or heartbeat issues. So for having physical issues with our body, we need to look at emotionally what's taking place with this, because that's an indication that there's some sort of imbalance taking place. So when we can look at what that is, what am I feeling in my body? As I mentioned with this Leo energy, there can be a lot of digestive issues, right? In processing life, able to stand in our power and keeping that, the process of life going. So what helps you in managing your stress and managing your worry and everything else that comes up? Ylang ylang is great at balancing hormones. When we get highly stressed out, our hormones can get very imbalanced. So this is going to be a great oil to bring that back. One of the other reasons that I love this, so one of my favorite blends is using ylang ylang, one of the fur oils like Siberian fir or Douglas fir, along with geranium, because it helps bring your heart into balance, both physically and emotionally. It supports you in resolving sadness. It helps you in bringing more joy. It helps you in trusting yourself and trusting in the process of life. We'll talk about geranium more in just a minute. Wild orange, oil of abundance. So the citrus oils are going to stimulate creativity. They're going to help you feel abundant. When I'm really stressed out, I typically go for a citrus oil. So they're very energizing, uplifting, and help us to just feel more inspired overall. Wild orange is the oil of abundance. So if you're not feeling abundant, then using wild orange, tangerine, grapefruit, these types of oils are going to help you feel more inspired and uplifted. This is a great one. I use this on my water every single day. I put it in my hydro flask with my water, and not only does it make the water taste amazing, but it's going to detox my body. It helps break down the petrochemicals, which we get from the air that we breathe, the foods that we're eating because of the pesticides, that are placed on them. So it not only supports us emotionally, but it helps physically in releasing those toxins. Motivate. If you're the type of person that's having difficulty in getting Motivate, doTERRA has this great blend called Motivate, and it does just that. It combines citrus and mint oils. Like I just mentioned, the citrus oils are very uplifting and energizing, and mint oils help us have that mental clarity and to really focus. So either spearmint or peppermint are great pick-me-up in the afternoons. If at 3 o'clock you're tired and want to take a nap and you still have 2 or 3 hours of work, I just breathe in the bottle and I'm amazed. I immediately just wake right up. This also contains clementine and coriander, basil. Basil is a great essential oil for the adrenals. So we often experience adrenal overload when we're highly stressed out, we're not relaxing enough, not enough positive self-care. This is a great oil that helps bring everything back into balance. Another great oil is the Cheer blend. This one combines citrus oils and spice oils. So one of the reasons I like spice oils, especially with this Leo energy, is, you know, Leo to me is kind of a spicy time, right? Like we need that spice of life to kind of bring us to that next level. So if you're the type of person that needs some motivation to take life to the next level, then Cheer is going to be a great one. I love putting a drop or two in my shower before as I'm turning on the water, and by the time I get in the shower, it smells amazing. I've used this as a personal perfume. I inhale it to just lift my mood and help me feel inspired overall. Now, Citrus Bliss was one of the first citrus blends that doTERRA came out with, and this was my go-to oil when I was highly stressed out. When I open this bottle, it's like opening a bottle of sunshine. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different citrus oils along with vanilla. So it smells amazing. The blend of these oils together is very light and yet energizing and uplifting. I was going through a really dark time when I was using this oil, and it helped me see that there was going to be light at the end of the tunnel, that life was not going to end, and I was going to be able to get through. So this is one of my favorite. It inspires you to feel cheerful and balanced and to honor yourself and really get into that place of self-expression. All right, Passion Blend. This has been one of my oils of the year, I think 3 years running. My mouth literally waters when I smell this. It has cardamom in it. It has cinnamon, ginger, clove, all of the spice oils again. The reason that I love this is it also brings in sandalwood. And I don't know, in fact, I taught an essential oil class here locally for my strengths group, and everybody in the group, our mouths were all watering with sandalwood. So it's got sandalwood, jasmine, damiana, and vanilla in it. And these oils blended together excite you. They invigorate you. They help you feel like you can get that fire going again, right? Like we've all gone through situations in our life where we're inspired to do something and then life gets in the way or it doesn't work out the way we expect, and we kind of lose our passion and inspiration. And I find that this blend, Passion from doTERRA, really does reignite that fire. If that little tiny ember is burning just a tiny, tiny bit, it helps to flame that fire and get things going. I use this as a personal perfume. I use it in my shower. I love using it on the back of my neck to relieve stress. It has some incredible benefits to inspiring your imagination and inspiring your creativity. Align blend. So there are 3 oils that I use every single day. doTERRA's Align blend, Passion blend, and rose oil. Align, this one, especially with the Leo new moon, helps you align with your heart's desires, right? So that's that heart-centered Leo energy. getting you into a place where you're following your purpose and passion. And this helps lift you to those higher levels, because sometimes we get over processing in our head and we think we're supposed to go this way, but our soul's moving us in this other direction. And it helps us in letting go, right? Because we want to be in control, or we want to manage things in some capacity. This oil, Align, really does bring you into a centered place. It's a great oil to use before meditation, very calming and soothing. It has bergamot, which supports feeling more confident, boosting your self-confidence, your self-worth. Marjoram is really great for the heart, both physically and emotionally. Peppermint is very uplifting. Jasmine and rose, two of the highest vibrating oils that help you to trust yourself and honor that part of you. So emotionally, this helps if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're having difficulty in letting go, maybe there's old emotions or patterns that you're holding on to. This really does help you align with your soul's desires. The nice thing is this used to be only in the yoga collection that doTERRA had. They now sell it as an individual oil. So I had a bunch of the yoga collection oils, and I would run out of Align first because it was one of my oils that I use every day. So it's really nice that they have that on an individual blend. Rose oil, highest vibrating oil, oil of divine love, helps you connect with your heart's desires, bring in that higher vibration of unconditional love, helping you anchor more light, more energy, more higher vibes, helping you to expand feelings of love, not only for yourself, but for other people, especially if you've had difficulty and maybe there's been betrayal, which I'm going to say that we all have some sort of betrayal in our life. So it's learning how to overcome that and not creating those walls. And Rose really does open us up so that we can live passionately, live inspired, feel loved, feel connected, so that we give and receive unconditional love. Geranium, as I mentioned before, geranium, ylang ylang, and Siberian fir or Douglas fir is a great combination for opening your heart to love and trust again. Geranium is the oil that supports us in trusting. When we've gone through situations where we have been betrayed or don't feel like we can trust people, geranium helps us learn to listen to our inner voice. It helps us to discern the people that are right for us and the people that are not, so that we can truly honor ourselves and follow the people and be with the people that do support us. This is great in hair care products. It calms your nerves. If you're feeling stressed, it's great to put on the back of your neck and your shoulders. I love putting this one in my bathtub. It supports the liver, the gallbladder, pancreas, kidneys. So a lot of internal benefits as a result of even applying this topically in on those various areas. And then the last one I want to mention again, blue tansy. Anybody have blue tansy? And I just realized I spelled tansy wrong in the bottom. Anybody have blue tansy yet? Anybody get the BOGO for this one that they had last week? Yeah, it's a pricier oil. It's but it has some amazing benefits. It's going to help you in taking inspired action and help you be more focused, concentrate on what's important, letting go of the activities that are the fluff, that get in the way of ultimately creating what you want. So when we do this Blue Tansy challenge, I'm literally going to have you apply 1 drop to your big toe every single morning, and setting that intention that you're going to follow the inspired action, that you're going to be mindful of what's taking place and where you're being guided and led with that is going to support you in ultimately achieving what you're wanting to do. So I hope you'll join me for the Blue Tansy Challenge. As I mentioned before, we've got the Chakra Balancing with Essential Oils course that is available. If you are going to take that, I recommend that you spend at least 1 week on each chakra. sometimes 2, maybe longer. And it's really about following your inner guidance on how often to switch gears, right? Because we have different imbalances. We're all going through different things. So it's important to really honor where you're at and listen to your body and kind of play with the essential oils. As I mentioned, I tried to pick the top 10 oils and blends for each one of the chakras. And each one of us have this different body chemistry. So it's important for us to tune into, what do I feel when I use this oil versus this other oil? So, you know, what may work for you now is going to be something that works for you in the future. So we have to attune to what our body needs and what we're attracted to so that we can receive the best benefits for it. I think that's it. Let me stop sharing. Questions about these essential oils or specific issues that you're going through at this time? Health, wellness, energy, stress, all of the above.
So I have a question about geranium. Well, I shouldn't even say geranium. So for me, the Leo energy is in my 11th and 12th house. So, and I was feeling it last week, and I think when I pulled my chart, you'd be proud of me, Jan. I pulled my chart on Monday, and I looked up everything. So I noticed that it talked about part of it is relationships and friendships and kind of just people falling off, I guess you could say, from where. And there's someone in particular that I noticed that I used to think, you know, later on in life, you know, when working with a business, that she's probably going to have a big role in the business. But then recently things like, I mean, like the past 3 weeks have kind of brought up things that I'm like, you know, I'm second guessing it. So I went through my period of grief. So I'm kind of, I guess, asking which oil would be best to kind of, I guess, move, like, what's my next step with this? Because I don't want to lose that person as a friend, if that makes sense. But I'm trying to deal with, like, those feelings of, like, wow, but you're like, and it's not like it's anything that she said or anything, but it's just
That's
that.
a reality, right? It's just
Yes.
you're seeing the bigger picture. And it's funny you bring that up because I've seen that this week too, where people that I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to have, you know, this person's going to play a huge role in my life. And it's like we're seeing the truth. So, you know, seeing that truth is not always easy. And we have to really allow the relationship to become what it's supposed to versus what we expect it to become, right?
Okay.
So if you're, the oil that's coming to mind is rose. You know, it's honoring that divine connection because they were in your life for a reason and they brought you to this point. The relationship may end, the relationship may evolve, but you have to let go. If you hold on to it out of any expectations, then it's not going to become what it's supposed to do because you're still trying to control the outcome. So it's really honoring where that is and trusting your higher self and just, I know you're very intuitive. So, you know, if you're supposed to move forward and keep them kind of at a semi-distance or something, then that's what it's supposed to be. If it means that you talk with them on occasion, then that's what it is. And if it means that you just sort of let it go and see what comes out of it, then that's what it is. But we really have to be attuned to kind of what's coming up and kind of let go of what our expectations should be.
Right.
Not always easy.
The thing that keeps coming up for me is kind of, I could envision the conversation happening later on, like in a couple of years, of that question of why, like that person asking, I know that they're capable. Why would I not ask them to be a part of it? And I could already just see myself saying, because you don't commit. Like, you know, you don't follow through on your commitments type thing. And it's one of those things where it was, you know, like it's either our friendship or, you know, this is my livelihood at the end of the day. that we're trying, and there's something I'm trying to create that it's kind of like, all right, as much as I would like for you to be part of, you know what I mean? Like this whole
Well,
conversation
you
is
want
already
people, especially if this is your business, you want people that are aligned with integrity and that are, you're not dragging them. The word dragging them across the finish line kept coming
Right.
up when you were talking about it. And it's like, you want high quality people that are going to represent you and your business in the highest capacity. And if they don't have that level of integrity, then they can't be a part, right? I mean, it really comes down to that piece of integrity, which includes commitment, right? That they're in that place of integrity and authenticity. And if they're not, then it's not going to serve you or your business.
Right. Okay.
Yes. Anyone else? Any specific oils that you're attracted to? Any ones that I talked about that you want more information about? I always think the people that I can't see are probably asleep from meditation, right? You know? Like Rachel was last time. He wakes up like halfway through the essential oil call. What, me? I didn't do that. It's so cute because it's pretty dark in the room and all of a sudden I see you move and I was like, oh, she's awake. You're muted, darling. Wait, let me unmute you. There you, oh, all right, now you're unmuted.
I'll jump in. During meditation, my third eye was very active. In particular, when you mentioned the lioness and something, like the very first time you mentioned those words, it just was like, it felt like it, I don't want to say it tightened, but it kind of did something. So I didn't know if there were some oils that would, and then afterwards she kind of peeked her nose in, right? So I wanted to know if there's an oil that you can sense that would, just encourage her to, step full view into this so I can see what I need to see. Most times I'm putting clary sage there, or I'm, taking whiffs of frankincense, but I don't know if there's something else that can, like maybe she's looking for some other thing.
I love sandalwood for the third eye.
Okay.
Yeah, it's powerful. It to me is very feminine. As a tree, it's very grounding, but it helps us in clearing away some of the clutter. And what I'm seeing is like you literally like pulling open your third eye, like applying the oil and then just like opening up that third eye and allowing the vision to flow.
That's what it feels like it's been happening for me, because I've gotten back to meditation, but sometimes I just can't sit calm and, it's the right word, unfeathered by the world and all the things that I have going on. So,
right.
But I sit and I try to do it each day. So I was thinking maybe that was something else that I could add.
Yeah, that would be a good one, especially for, just sort of letting go of just all the mental chatter.
I have a lot of that right now.
Patchouli comes up too. For some reason, I'm really attracted to sandalwood and patchouli together right now. Because patchouli helps you be, it's very physical. It helps you be in that physical form. And I think sometimes we get in that place where it's like, oh, I want to be in that higher realm and in that, that higher vibe, but we need to anchor it in physical form. So bringing it, patchouli to me brings in that physicality of really anchoring into the earth.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure. Anyone else? Oils that you're attracted to? Questions that you have about your health and wellness? Going once. Going twice. All right. Well, we will.
Last minute.
Yeah, go jump in, Andy. it wasn't for the last minute, nothing would get done, right?
There you go. Suddenly, the other day, I can't decide if I got bug bites or if there's something else that's going on inside my body. And
is it on your legs?
Ankle and but mainly on my front of my chest and the back of my arm. I don't know if they're mosquito bites or if there's another kind of bug biting me or if it's something internal.
Almost feels like bed bugs or sand fleas or something.
Uh-oh. I picked up a piece of paper behind the bedside and put it on a black table, and these little white specks jumped off. Are those mites or?
I don't know.
Bed bugs look big when I see the pictures. So.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I mean, it feels like something small, right? Like some little thing, and especially if like ankles and chest. I don't know, it just feels like some little bug. So as far as like the bug stuff, do you have doTERRA's Terra Shield?
Right. I sprayed myself constantly.
Okay.
I soaked in apple cider vinegar bath last night. That helped a lot.
Right. Yeah, I'd kind of see if they start going down in the next day or two, and obviously wash everything and see if it's. I mean, it could be internal, but it feels more external. So the thing that's coming to mind is where you're feeling attacked, right? And it could be just little things, because it doesn't feel, like if it was like mosquitoes to me end up with bigger bug bites, or, if it was a bee sting or something, that's a bigger one, but it's almost like little annoyances. So if there's someone in your life that you feel is, what it feels like is getting pecked to death by a chicken, right? Just that little annoyance that you're like, will you just shut up?
But then, like on my chest, it's like it's red all the way down the left side and stuff like that. Itchy, itchy, itchy.
Yeah, I mean, that could be like somebody that you love that's like grinding at your heart, right?
Okay.
Yeah, call upon Archangel Michael and sever all energetic connections between you and anybody else. And what I often end up doing is just imagining pushing their energy. I ask Archangel Michael to push their energy back 100 yards from me so that I'm not influenced by whatever, however they're attaching to us. Since we energetically constantly interact with people, we have to be aware of that. And if it's somebody that's kind of used to pecking at you and taking your energy that way, then, it's those little life annoyances that kind of are expressing themselves in that capacity. But if it goes away in a few days, then it's probably some sort of external bug that's, annoying you. Otherwise, I'd look internally and use maybe something like cilantro to, I'm hearing like cilantro melaleuca in a capsule to help break up, internally what's taking place, or even doTERRA's, their On Guard Plus, because both Melissa and oregano are in the On Guard pills, and that they're very both high antiviral, antibacterial. So that could break up that cycle as well.
I have never tried the plus. So.
Oh my God, I can't live without them. Every time I feel myself getting sick, yeah, it's not something you take all the time. You only use it when you feel yourself getting sick, or if you're going to be in a group, like if you go on a plane or something, I'll take them because they have Melissa and oregano in them and really support the immune system.
Good to know.
Yeah, but you don't want to take them for more than 10 days because your body will start, the immune system starts to adapt to the oregano, and it thinks it's always going to be there, so it doesn't work as hard. So you don't use it for more than 10 days.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Other questions, comments, health concerns, oil concerns? All right, well, we will wrap up. We've got about 45 minutes until the actual new moon. So maybe take some time and contemplate, meditate, and kind of set your intentions and prepare for this really powerful new moon and see what magic happens for you.
Hey.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you on the next call. Have a great month. Happy new moon.
Happy New Moon. Good night. Thank you.
Good night.